And I'm back. The kids were like, the TV's paused. And I'm like, Netflix and Hulu, I don't know why the fuck they have that as an option. If I want to just keep my TV going all fucking day long, I don't want to have to fucking come back and be like, play. You know what I mean? Like, it's just so fucking annoying. But anyways, so these tacos had the homemade green sauce, the fucking corn tortillas, it had the crumbly fucking cheese on top of it, and sour cream. And I was like, you know what? That's fine with me because this meat had fucking onions and cilantro in it. And I'm like, that works for me, honestly. Like, I don't need to have hella seasonings and shit. Like, it's a super quick meal, and Raymond just wants to eat something before he goes to bed. Like, he'll eat like a lean cuisine, and I'm like, this is fine. So, sent him a picture of my meal. He's like, yes. He's like, can't wait. Cleaned up my fucking mess. Waited for him to get home. Had a joint waiting for him. Ate some food. He went and took a shower. We cuddled. We went outside. We smoked. Then we came inside. Then we cuddled because it was cold outside. And we're like, ooh, like, let's be warm. And that was it. I can't remember what we did on Tuesday night. But he got home at like 11:30 or something. So it was kind of late. And then what else? And then Wednesday he had the day off all day. Wednesday and Thursday and Friday he had the day off. And I was just like so stoked because we were able to spend time with him. And do things. Oh, and Wednesday I fucking took a nap and I like woke up hella early, hung out with him, and I was like, dude, I'm gonna take a nap. And then I did, and I slept for like 3.5 hours. And then I woke up and I was like, fuck, I gotta go. Because I was gonna go have dinner with my girlfriends that night. My best friend Sarah. My best friend Sarah and her best friend, my friend Cynthia, our friend Cynthia, and then Cynthia's sister-in-law. And I'm like, oh, like, that's dope. Like, we went to this pasta place and it was really good. But before that, Sarah and I had, like, 2 solid hours of just, like, girl time and, like, reconnecting and just catching up, you know what I mean? And it was nice because I think we both really needed that. I brought my brie and salami over, and then it was delicious. And it was good. I was very happy with that. And then what else? I had a moment where I was telling Nick, I was like, yeah, dude, because he was just like, this is really good. And I was I was like, yeah, dude. I didn't discover, like, crepes and cheese until I was, like, 23, right? 23, 24. I'm like, and then when it became a thing, I'm like, I was all about that life, right? I was like, let me 110% be that classy-ass bitch that goes to barbecues and parties and all these things with a fucking tray of fucking grapes and and some soft cheese and some fucking crackers. The garlic and herb ones are really good. The sesame ones are really good. Original is my go-to, though, because I'm a simple bitch, and I like to have the simplicity and the quality of the ingredients come out and show themselves to begin with. So, you know, that's just for everyone else. But charcuterie boards are a thing for me. I definitely have made my way with some beautiful, beautiful meat and cheese boards, and I'm about that life, for sure. So anyways, had girl time, went out, everyone was talking about their wedding dresses and shit. And I am excited because there's some beautiful wedding dresses out there, and everyone looks great in theirs, and I know that I'm gonna look great in mine. And my fucking friend Jacqueline said that she was gonna go ahead. She was like, well, as a wedding gift for you guys, she was like, I'll do your hair for you for your wedding. And I'm like, oh fuck, like, that's a thing. I'm gonna have to get hair and makeup done. Like, what? Like, I don't know. I don't want it to be anything that I'm not, because I don't want to fucking look back at my wedding pictures and be like, what the fuck were you thinking, bitch? Like, that was just so stupid of you to do. You know what I'm saying? So I really think I'm just going to keep it as natural as possible. And they put hella makeup on to have these natural looks. So, so that's just going to be me for a day. I know that I'm going to want, like, shimmer on my eyelids, right? Fucking... Oh my god, all my companies that have my fucking number for text messages and shit. Oh, I'm getting them. Black Friday this, small business that, Cyber Monday this, all of these things. So this much left, that's my glass fucking tip. So I just make fat joints and put it in here and narrow it down on the mouthpiece. But man, so I remember wishing not to buy the king size papers because this is just so fucking clutch, dude. Straight the fuck up. That's a thing. But I'm at the end of this. Wait, let me finish telling my story. So, we went out, had dinner at this pasta place. Sarah's like, I'm gonna order for you. And I'm like, alright, girlfriend, go ahead. And she did it. It was so good. It was so fucking good. I didn't even eat the meat that was on the plate. The pasta itself, it was called Pasta Connection, and it was homemade pasta with spinach. It was a spinach fettuccine, so it came out and it was green fucking pasta, and I was like, I like green. And then it was just the regular fettuccine, and the sauce that it was in was just like, oh my god, it was so good. Like, that's all I wanted. I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and go for this. Like, it's like totally a thing. So I did, and it was awesome. And I fucked up my whole plate. I was like, I haven't had pasta in hell long. I'm gonna fucking go for it, ladies. And I did. And I was like, you know why? Because I'm not this big giant bitch for nothing. I love me some fucking food. And I haven't had homemade pasta in a minute. And guess who wants to make some? I did. And guess what else? So that was Wednesday night. And then I was like, I'm gonna go home, because my goal was to go home and like make the carrot cakes, that way they can cool down and all of these things, right? And then I didn't. And then I was just fucking like ready to cuddle with Raymond, and that's what we did. We just fucking cuddled and hung out, and it was just nice and comforting to go home to him. Kids were hanging out with him. They were hell raving when I got home. He was spinning, and Ava was over there dancing, Kim was dancing, they were break dancing. I was like, alrighty then. Thought they'd come home and we could have adult alone time and could have all the sex in there. I'm like, but it was fine, and it was actually really fun. And then we all started dancing, and we were twirling around, and it was just like one of those moments where you're just like, what's happening? Like, did I just walk into this? And then I got to the where Ava and I were just like, and it was fun. They were having a good time. They love their dad. And it's dope. Because even before it became a girls' night, we were all going to get together and have dinner, right? And then I'm like, well, if your mom's going to watch them on Thursday night, then she doesn't need to watch them on Wednesday night. And then he was just like, yeah, no, he was just like, well, why don't you just go? He's like, why don't you just go? And I'm like, well, I wanted you to come with me, you know, like, I wanted you to, like, have a night with us. And then he was just like, yeah, no, like, don't worry about it, not a big deal. He's like, I haven't seen the littles in hell long, I'll just keep them. And then he did. They fucking painted rocks that night. They went out and fucking played video games outside in like the patio area at my mother-in-law's house, because the next door neighbor is like good friends with them, and she comes over all the time. They're the same age. So they had a game night. They had painting rock time. They came over here and were fucking busting some moves and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, and then he barbecued for them over there, and they fucking like. I'm thankful I have not just a man to watch them, but one who plays with and engages with them, because it's really fucking important to have these things. Seriously. Men don't need to just be there to watch them and to feed them. Like, oh, and then this is the thing, right? Bitches will be like, oh, I fucking let this, or oh, call in a pizza, or oh, do that. It's like, men are capable. He was 100% capable and super fucking willing to be like, I'm gonna make them some fucking dinner tonight, and we're gonna eat, and we're gonna chill, and that's it. It's like, do that, babe. Do that. And I'm glad that they did. I'm glad that they did, because honestly, it was a girls' night that I needed. Because we had a lot of good conversation. And now in the future, because Sarah and I normally do things, it was me, Sarah, our friend, and then the sister-in-law. And the sister-in-law and Sarah are friends, right? Like, it's all, they've all been friends for fucking like decade, like over a decade and shit, right? So they're all comfy and shit around each other, and I'm just like, yeah, and I'm like, well, Sarah and I, like, we get together, and I'm like, if you want, when Sarah and I, like, get together and have our time, like, you can fucking join us. It's all good, because she's a mom, and I hella get it, dude. Like, it is fucking so hard. It is so hard to get time to yourself and to go out and do things, and then, like, you know, to not feel guilty about it because, like, I don't know, because of whatever, you know, and it's just like, but we need that in order to survive. We need to be able to get away from, like, our children and, like, remember who we are and know that we're not just parents. We're definitely fucking parents. However, that's not our identity. You know what I'm saying? Because once you lose that, it's all bad, my friend. It's just all downhill from there. Straight the fuck up. So, that is the thing. Sorry, I was just thinking, the dryer has stopped, I don't hear it. Or the washer has stopped, I don't fucking hear it. And I want to get my clothes out before they get wrinkled. So, that was fun. It's like my only catch up. I'll tell you about Thanksgiving night the next time. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening to me. You guys have a super good rest of your day. Take care. All the things. Bye.